So I just got done watching the Atlanta Falcons play the Green Bay Packers on Monday Night Football during Week 4 of the 2020 NFL season. And after watching that game, it's pretty obvious that now that the Atlanta Falcons are 0-4 on the season, 0 wins, 4 losses, okay? They have 0 wins and 4 losses. It is very obvious at this point that head coach Dan Quinn needs to be relieved of his duties as Atlanta Falcons head coach. Dan Quinn needs to be fired. And I will be shocked if Dan Quinn, within the next 24 hours, is not fired. If he's not fired at some point within the next 24 hours, I will be shocked, especially now that Bill O'Brien is fired as Houston Texans head coach after starting the season 0-4. And Bill O'Brien last year made the playoffs, okay? Dan Quinn, his time is up. And I said even last year, when the Atlanta Falcons started the season 1-7 through 8 games in 2019, I said Dan Quinn should have been fired at that point in the season. I was very shocked that the Atlanta Falcons did not make a decision to fire Dan Quinn last year. And it is pretty obvious that Dan Quinn has overstayed his welcome in Atlanta as head coach. And I'm not even trying to crucify Dan Quinn for losing tonight to a very good Green Bay Packers team. Even though the Green Bay Packers, dominated the Atlanta Falcons today, I expected the Falcons to lose. The Packers are just a better team. In fact, in week number 1, when the Seahawks beat the Falcons, I wasn't shocked. The Seahawks are better than the Falcons. But see, here's the thing. The Atlanta Falcons are 0-4 on the season, and they let 2 games get away from them that they should not have let get away from them. In week number 2, they were up 20-0 on the Dallas Cowboys at one point, and they lost. In fact, with 5 minutes left to go in that game, they had a 39-24 lead in that game, a 15-point lead with 5 minutes left to go in the game, and the Atlanta Falcons found a way to lose the football game. Same thing with the Chicago Bears game in week number 3. With 7 minutes left to go in that game, the Atlanta Falcons had a 16-point lead on the Chicago Bears. With 7 minutes left to go in that game, the score was 26-10. And the Atlanta Falcons continue to blow leads, and this team, year after year, continues to underperform due to Dan Quinn and the coaching staff not being up to par. The writing is on the wall. Dan Quinn has been there for 6 seasons. He's got 4 losing seasons. Yes, he did get the team to the Super Bowl a couple years ago, but in that Super Bowl, the Atlanta Falcons blew a 28-3 lead to the New England Patriots. That's probably the biggest choke job in Super Bowl history, blowing a 28-3 lead, a 25-point lead in the Super Bowl. And see, here's the thing. The Atlanta Falcons have not sniffed getting back to a Super Bowl ever since that moment. This team has never recovered, in my opinion, from that blown lead in the Super Bowl. And see, here's the thing. The Atlanta Falcons defense is awful. It's not good. It is doo-doo. And Dan Quinn, he's supposed to be a defensive guru. And time again, I see his defense underperforming in Atlanta. Dan Quinn was a defensive coordinator back when he was with the Seattle Seahawks when they had the Legion of Boom. And listen, man, when you are a defensive-minded head coach and your defense continues to underperform and be amongst one of the worst defenses in the entire NFL, and if you have watched the Falcons at any point over the last 3 seasons, it's hard to find very many positive things to say about that defense. The defense can't tackle. They can't rush the quarterback. I understand that there's lack of talent, but that's the thing. Coaching matters in the NFL. Okay, when you don't have as much talent, you're supposed to have coaches come through for you and scheme up things and get the most out of your players. And Dan Quinn consistently has underperformed in that area as far as making that defense look good. The defense has been very, very bad the last couple of years in Atlanta. That's one of the big reasons why the team has underperformed. And listen, man, the Atlanta Falcons, they have talent. You know, Matt Ryan, he's one of the best quarterbacks in all of football right now. Julio Jones, Calvin Ridley, Todd Gurley, even Grady Jarrett, Ty McKinley, and Deion Jones and A.J. Terrell, a first-round pick, are on your defense. The Atlanta Falcons do not lack talent. But the one common denominator over the past couple of seasons has been Dan Quinn consistently blowing games for this team. I believe the locker room has lost all faith in Dan Quinn. He should have been fired after last year, after the team started off 1-7. The team was 1-7 through 8 games. I don't know how he survived, after that. I don't know how the Atlanta Falcons did not fire Dan Quinn after last year, but he's here right now. And guess what? I don't think that he's going to be there much longer. I will be shocked if Dan Quinn is not fired at some point within the next 24 hours. And if he's not fired within the next 24 hours, then the Falcons, they're just doing themselves no favors as an organization, as Dan Quinn needs to be fired ASAP, in my opinion. Thank you so much for watching this video today. Please also note that the Juice Alert Sports Podcast is not just a YouTube channel. It is available on all podcasting platforms, including Spotify, Google Podcasts, iTunes, and Apple Podcasts. Also, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share this content with all your friends. This podcast is my favorite thing in the entire world right now. It is my passion. And I want more people to listen to this podcast. I really want this podcast to grow. Also, a fun fact about me is that I want to go into the sports broadcasting and media world once I graduate from the University of Toledo, a college in Northern Ohio. I am looking to become one of the next great sports broadcasters and analysts out in the world. And I potentially would like to start my own network if this podcast really truly grows. Or if I fall short of that goal, I would love to work for a big-time network like ESPN or Fox Sports 1. I am open to all networks. So if you believe in my dreams and you see or hear my passion through the screen, be sure to tell all your friends about the Juice Alert Sports Podcast. Stay motivated, you guys. Have a God bless day, and I'm out.